Hi, good morning. So today we're gonna be talking about increasing your mind, and also with God, nothing is impossible. How you guys doing? um, I talk to a lot of people at work, in social places, and then we end up talking about our mindset, and how we view things, on how we look at things, in what's our perspective in life, and also it also comes to the point. It's like, who do we think we are, or what do we think of ourselves? Because what we think of ourselves will determine our success, our future. um, so I like to say that I've seen a lot of people that they're small in stature. They're like not tall people, they're short, but they come across that they're a lion. They're like powerful, they're taking over, and um, they take care of the situation, like with authority, and that um, they know what they're doing. What comes to my mind is um, this lady that I used to work at, Wiley Electronics, in Irvine. Her name is uh, I forgot her name, but it's been a while. She's a very strong person, and you can see her walking, on the floor, and it's like, my goodness, it's like so much energy in her. Um, and then that she acts like there's nothing impossible with her. She just takes care of the situation. Um, so it's it can be a perception, but at the same time you can see the effects, the products of her doing. She's very, very powerful. um, um, I like to say that if there will be a situation in the way we're thinking, we should concentrate on the things which interest us. Because if you're not interested in what you're doing, then it will be a boring one, or whatever subject or whatever topic. It can be a research, it can be your assignment. So we have to put your interest in the subject, in what you're doing, or else you can see that it can be a long day, and it's boring. So we just have to do this. It's like being forced. But if you are interested and you love what you're doing, you can see it manifests in ourselves that we like what we're doing. Even the task is difficult or it's too hard, we can do this thing one step at a time, baby steps. you know if you look at all the problems in life, and you think about all the problems in life, it will be overwhelming. So what we do is we take a peek, one problem at a time. Better yet, we should write down those problems, and then we attack them one by one. What's easy, from 1 to 10, what's easy, we take care of the easy one. And then if it's difficult, we give it to God. um, because God, I think, He knows what He's doing. Um, um, the impossible things belongs to God. He gets the glory. Okay, the little things, we take a shot and we try it on our own. And that's how usually it's work. And then we learn. If we make mistakes, um, we just don't give up, but be motivated, and then stand up, and then do it again and do it again. And if you fall again, come up and do it again until you learn. Because when you learn, when you fail, you make an error, you learn and you become skillful. It becomes an experience, it makes you strong. So the following day you won't be, or the following situation, when there's a problem, you are ready to face it, because you've learned and you have encountered. And you think, I have thought of this before, I've done this before, This is how you do it. You come with authority, and you just do it with power and energy. So with these things come into mind, there are different verses that we could recommend to you guys, like Jeremiah 32 verse 27. It says, "I am the Lord, the God of all mankind. Is anything too hard for me?" Wow, look at that. And then in Matthew 19 verse 26, Jesus looked at them and said, "With men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Oh my goodness. See how powerful these are? And then in Jeremiah 32, verse 17, ah, it says, the sovereign Lord, you have made the heavens and the earth. By your great power and outstretched arm, nothing is too hard for you. All right? Here's another verse. Mark 10, verse 27. It's the same thing. But Jesus looked at them and said, "With men it is impossible." It's just in a different um, synoptic gospel. This is from Mark, and then the other one is Matthew. So it's on Matthew 10:27, right? And then, of course, in Genesis chapter 18, verse 14, it says, "Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return about this time next year, and Sarah will have a son." See the situation between Abraham and Sarah? Sarah said, "I am 90 years old. Why will I have a child? That's impossible." But you know, she did have a son, right? So it took place when God said it takes place. So that's a miracle. When God says something, it has to happen because God says so. You know, um, God doesn't lie. When He says things, it comes to pass. And then, of course, in Luke chapter 1, verse 37, it says, "For nothing will be impossible with God." Okay, so this is what we believe. This is increases our faith and trust and builds who we are. Yes, you will have some obstructions, and you will have some people telling you, "Well, the Bible is not true," blah, 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 blah. You know what? You think whatever you think, we're going to think whatever we think, okay? So let him think that way. If that will be his thinking, let him thinking, let him handle it that way. But as far as believer, we believe what the scripture said. We believe on this. God is a miracle worker. God does things, you know, in his time. So we just have to be faithful and believe by faith, be positive that it's going to happen. And don't listen to these people who says, "No, you can't." The moment they say no, you do it. You know, right? If there is no way, you'll find a way, okay? If there is a way, you have to go through it. All right? Even though it's hard, you have to go through it. If you have fear, overcome fear by going through it, okay? Even though it's difficult, you have to learn. If you don't learn, then you're not going anywhere. Might as well stay in the room in your house until you die forever, because then your mindset says, "Oh, I can't do it." It's like you're being imprisoned. You imprison yourself. you know there are some people in jail. Yes, their body are in prison, but their minds are free. That's why you see a lot of people who come out of jail. They're successful if they have the right mindset. If you have the growth mindset, if you have the positive mindset, think positive. You can do it. Negative people will be on you. Just let it pass, okay? Don't listen, don't pay attention. Listen to the positive people, the one that helps you, the one that builds fire and puts fire. Fight, keep it moving, okay? Stand up, empower yourself. You are alive, you're breathing. There's a song, it says, anything above ground is a good thing. Wow, I like that one. So we should be thankful that we have the breath of life. You wake up in the morning, and then you look in the mirror and said, If this will be my last day, I better do the best thing in life. I got this from Steve, the founder of Apple. I was picking about his biography, and he said, "I, I've been fired from the company I started." He was fired from Apple. Okay, he started Apple and he got fired because he recruited the wrong person. The board of directors kicked him out. It's a good thing because you know what he said. It's a good thing for me that I was fired from Apple. I learned a lot of great things. That's why he started the another company called the Next. And guess what? Apple bought Next. He goes back to Apple, and then after that is another story because Steve make it happen, and for Apple to be a big house powerhouse. Okay, so whatever failure you have, th- take that positive, and because you're gonna learn from it, but don't give up and just keep thinking, and hang out with the right people, the good people that helps you, that drives you and empower you. Okay, forget those people that lies, that gives you negative thinking. They're there for that. Okay, that's their calling, their mind. That's why they're not going anywhere. All right, be positive. I empower you. Okay, you can make it. I'm here in the United States. Okay, even though my friend said before in the Philippines, you can't make it. All right. Ay, ay, ay. There are so many things to tell you. There's a lot of story. Of course, I just make the right choice, or make the choose that I make. I made the decision. I mean, in my own self. So you have to make the right decision. Okay, in order for you to learn, here's the greatest things I've learned in life with my experiences. You ask the right question. All right, and here's the second thing: you ask the right person. Because before, when I was a little child, I asked a lot of questions. Okay, I asked a lot of questions, but I asked the wrong people. Guess what? I have Sometimes I ask the wrong question, so I don't go anywhere. And then I learn. I said I should ask the right question. I asked the right question, and then I asked the wrong people. I got the wrong answer. I go back to step number one. You know what's best? Ask the right questions, and then ask the right person. Okay? There's a lot of people who will give you their viewpoints, their opinions. Not all of them are good. So what you do, you gather them all together and you make a judgment of what's the best. Okay? You're going to make it. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Thank you for your listening. So, with man, it can be impossible. With God, there is nothing impossible. And this is the most important thing. Of all the things that we have in life, our hands, without this, we're vegetable. So you gotta think, read a lot, study a lot, research a lot, make the right judge call and judgment, and then take action. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. God bless you. I love you. Take care. Bye bye. Until next time. Okay.